Screen. All right, cool. I'm just gonna intro during the episode, so that's gonna be how it works today. What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy Chaos here. Welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. We have the bonus episode today from Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney because this is the first game and we finished everything. So this is the bonus episode that continues on from the story, I guess. Wait, there's two people? Wait, is there two in one place? I don't understand what's going on here. Oh. I think I know who that is. I'm not happy about it. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day the girl showed up. That girl showed up. Jeez, read. February. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Here you are, finally. Where have you been? Oh, this is not... her. Hold on. My sister's trial tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Maya Fey. Oh, you're not Maya Fey, are you? Sorry, but Miss Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright. The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yeah, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time, but please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. A scientific investigator? Like a forensic scientist? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator. Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of jumpy or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to the forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. My age, no less. What exactly is your current position? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Create another future professional in training. So what's this about the case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab somebody with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact, and there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her to bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How could she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me, I'm not a child. I have, it's still gonna have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure. Can't fault her for lack of enthusiasm. If this case isn't handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's names will be cleared. Your sister. I've been doing research, I'm developing a new scientific method for case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. I guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This is the Mia Fey person, was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She told me to get Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney, and well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like this, like she is now, I kind of hate her. But she's my only family. Your only family. What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, to the detention center. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. I thought I told you I didn't want any visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you want one to raise... Or you not want to raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. There's nothing you do with you, Emma. Oh, she's hot. I'm sorry, what? Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you to me. I've heard quite a bit. Sorry, what exactly is that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Dear sister, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like Mia and Maya. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is the suspect of this case is confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright, well, you don't exactly begin. Why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. Actually, it's very unspecific because when anyone uses like 5s or 0s, well, I guess any 5s in the one slot in the time, it never usually means a specific time. But I guess it is a specific time compared to everything else. So if you think about it that way, I guess it is a specific time. It's just like saying it's like 5:14. It's a specific time. It was in the witness's disposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. My bad. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car. Trunk. Very classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that was just great. What's the victim? So who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. Well, Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will be considering it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. Yay. So you're the chief prosecutor. That's correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do their job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibility in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I wouldn't think you'd recognize the district chief prosecutor. I would think you would recognize the district chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible. You wouldn't. Lana, what happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. She's a class ahead of Maya. Relations to Mia. Sorry. You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Though it seems she has very little in common with Mia. Hey. It was in law school. It was my 3rd year and she was audited in the class. She was different than other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana... Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So, how can you say that you didn't? If I lose you, I would be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Ooh. Mr. Wright. Yes, I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right, I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Well, let's confess to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. I have to find out what. I have adjustable arms on my... There we go. Trying to make my controller more... My hands more comfortable. How about what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. She never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having real trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. So she's gonna be my Maya for the run. Oh, this is actually pretty upscale. So this is the lot where all it happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? They're going to be my coworkers in 3 years from now on, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine the crime scenes. Try not to stand out too much here, you see. Hey there, you're expecting to go unnoticed to your partner? Partner? Who is this guy? What we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Let's gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? The sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina, I know how you feel, but this is my gang's gold strike, you see? Strike? It's our claim to our territory with a mother load of evidence. And you fixing to mess with that, with what's ours, you regret it, partner. You know what dreams cacti... he's hard to read. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You wanna? What are you guys talking about? Get along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. I think he's a sheriff in the Wild West, it seems. Alright, there's a thing on the ground here. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet. I'm handing it over to the police. Thank you for the stuff, team. Appreciate it.
Boys!
2e equals goat kappa.
The kappa is very accurate. This is real basic. Anything that the crime scene is evidence. Scientific about it. Let's please. This please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Okay. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence detail, okay? Okay, now, look at the court record. I know how this works. You have to be sure to examine the evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let me start examining from every angle. Look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check out the press of M. I guess it's the A button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't it scientific investigation? I guess I don't see what science has to do with it. Is this even the right episode? I'm just curious because... I mean, maybe we're in the other game now. Because I don't think we did the bonus episode. I don't know. It might be it. That's what I'm thinking, like, we didn't finish the last one. There was a bonus episode. So I don't know if this is just like, hey, remember how to play the game? Aha, a ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic natures of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems to be horribly familiar somehow. It is, because that's exactly what we did with the last case. This must mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open. It's mysterious lock. I fail to see what the mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn and enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? I mean, we did lose Maya at the last one, so this does feel like it's right, but maybe the bonus episode is the bonus episode, and we didn't actually do it. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of a dual purpose. Aha, the theory of relativity. Of what? Write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know, was Mr. Relatively German or was he British? Mr. Relatively, are you sure that's what his name was? Isn't it Einstein's theory of relativity? Which is funny because I just watched Interstellar and they were talking about it a lot. Like a stylish gas-walled room. Very nice. You can see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. I hate to break it to you, but I think it's just probably a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. Too bad they don't have a test for common sense. The phone? Here's phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. Hey, what did you just say? So you can hear fine. The phone's broken. Oil drum. Looks like it was filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. It's hide and seek. And you can do a stakeout. You think you'd probably just get arrested. Yeah. But I'm not suspicious. No, you're not. Alright, I guess we're good. Oh, we have this whole side. I didn't even notice this whole side. Well, it's time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. I gotta say that before this here's our claim. You best be moseying along unless you're fixing to fight a bull. Did you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, little Philly's got her good nose on her. You wanna know who rides this red Mustang with the body in their saddle? Please. No problem, partner. About the time for vittles anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up at 12th floor of the prospector's office. I'll just find you a cerveza you like. He's gonna give a high schooler beer. That's kinda weird. What's this up? Look up with Vittles, Saloon, and Cerveza. Maybe we should check out the room 1202 on the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here if you like. Just keep your paws off the claim. Wait, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Ray. Let's check it out. Excuse me, were you two all set? Us? Oh, this is a lady. What's this? She couldn't be... You're selling lunches here? This is the crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Sir, is off limits anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like you're the type to have clearance. That's hardly the way to greet someone, even if my days are as cough-up queen are over. Cough up, huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, are you slow one, aren't you? What's up, Nico? I'm referring to the murder or stabbing of that detective. What? Witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Oh, this is the witness. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, queen. Tell us what happened. That's me. My name is Angel Star. Of course it is. Don't you go forgetting, or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Phoenix is kind of sus there, buddy. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was the day of my destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt this den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms about the blackening of their name, the innocents. Yesterday they paid the homage for the most evil one of all. They gave an award for the king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. Oh, so maybe like her sister was, they're pinning it on her because she's envious of the other guy winning it on her. I don't know. No idea. Someone's compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence to use evil? And miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out what they call me, the cough-up queen. Ew! Oh, I don't like it either. So, it's fine. The most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday, was indeed the car that his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? I'm really confused too. So what exactly is the thing you witnessed, Miss Star? Some fascinating spectacle, to be sure. Now I feel I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. See, Lana Skye wield that knife so... Our knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silverly ties to the world... How did you hear it? I guess. That's one. Still rings in my ears. The rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. Can we ask you about yourself, Miss Star? come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No, only true connoisseurs can understand. Dude, the stuff she's pulling out looks terrible. Yeah. The kind you can only tell someone who's tried General Tso's Tribulite lunch set. Never mind, you win. I don't even want an appetite for this Tribulite flavor. I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? That glass wall booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop by to see him. Since you're here anyway, I guess selling lunch is more important than romance. So scientifically analyzed, the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with ulterior motives currently here. That's useful. It's not a useful analysis at all. Did you have some bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. The bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like a 10-day-old clams and clam chowder. I wonder Miss Star was involved with some sort of legal trouble in the past. That sure caused food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, you're talking... Now you're talking, Cough-Up Queen. I'm not sure about her at all. Can I... Nope, you're not gonna let me even slide back over there. Let's see if she's got anything to say about this card. Such vendors only accept cash, no cards, especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card. It's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. You're showing this to a lunch lady. Why? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. Alright, well, she's useless. To the office, I guess. Oh, the Silver Samurai makes its return. There's Edgeworth robe. I'm interested. It's kind of room that just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's something in the trophy here. A trophy? What's on the shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Ray. Never tire. I think that's Edgeworth, right? Yeah. Long time no see, Edgy. Huh? Ah! It's Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once, and... Right, her sister is the chief prosecutor. Well, what brings you here? I warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No, it was just Mr. Right here. Hey, don't blame me. We were just here to investigate a murder case. Murder. Body was found in this nasty red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? Oh. This is something from you, buddy. I've been wondering what the heck this is. It's a big K on it. Of prosecutors. Huh? What's that? The King of the Prosecutors trophy. King of the Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. But so that that's K's for king? Yeah, you've got a problem with that. Didn't decide the thing. King of Prosecutors kind of sounds like Employee of the Month, only better. We knew it was his office because of this. Wow, this jacket's even lacier than the usual ones. It must be his lucky child jacket. Lucky trial jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. I don't like how that was phrased. Don't like how that was phrased. Oh my, what an amazing bouquet just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. Beside a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy, she's Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? No, she's the security agent. I don't think so. Yuki, what a pretty tea set. I go for more instant tea bags myself. Amazing, the drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place and origin of flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. Jeez. I'll wear it does. It's quite tidy one, I would expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Yeah, I don't know why you did that. You will take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Oh, I saw something, I thought. Alright, let's look at the chessboard. Yeah, chessboard. I'm not up on my chest, but blue looks like it's in a bit of a tight spot. Jeez. The red knight should have surrounded the blue pawn, huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out the poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. It reminds you of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Oh, Edgeworth's trying to surround Phoenix. I gotcha. Alright, let's talk, I guess. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead and say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we didn't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait. No, she didn't do that, I mean. Wait. You were the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. I'm Miss Guy. It's nice to meet you again. And that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. But no surprise for me, too. I think my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprisingly still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can't understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top of the prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor to trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when you weren't rumors about this guy. For forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are still some who say I'm the responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. A fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield there has got to be stored. It's bronze. It looks like it's like rusted copper. Chief Prosecutor Skye, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why was she stabbed someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed them with my knife. What? Ms. Redwood, your knife was a murder weapon? To be specific. I can't talk. This is really bad for this. To be specific, it was the knife I kept in my toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, I can't take a joke. You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Alright, I want to ask you about the trophy. So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to retrieve that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You lived there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Okay. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe you should ask him more about yesterday. That's true. Alright. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Uh-huh, what? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty. I guess I can't show you anything. Let me ask you about the day of the crime, then. You tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder. Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort of file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Wiping hands off old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There was an annual review of the awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. Got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. It's even more precise than the 5:15. People like myself say Mr. Edgeworth pride themselves on precision, right, Mr. Wright? No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh, that's how he knows. I hate that it's in military time. This is the parking stub from an underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. What right? I appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. This guy. I don't know what this guy is. Excuse me, but Mr. Edgeworth, is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here at the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report to you, sir. Report? What did you find? New evidence against the chief prosecutor, Sky? I don't like it. Sky, sir? No, sir. Name of that kind, sir? None report, sir. Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, sir. I'm just following the orders, sir. They just told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of your particular district. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. Good luck with that next raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Right. Yes, sir. Caught me off guard. You see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Well, let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as a patrolman just now. Go down to the police station department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Hey, this is a... Nope. I guess I have to go through here to go somewhere else. I hate how the menu that... Just let me go where I want to go. I already see an issue, which is that mascot has a flash in it. We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, but that took almost about 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only been to the criminal affairs next door. Huh? Hold on, what's that? Like some Sonic the Hedgehog looking... It's like Sonic had a baby with Chow and they animatized it. That's really bad. Servant, why does it not undulate like that? Wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him... The police... They really just ripped Sonic off, didn't they? That's what they did. Okay. So he sure doesn't seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal! What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are you dancing over there? What, Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Alright, let's talk, dude. I'll give you the word on my advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in the case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. This is the summons detective the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Well, yes, well, no, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's just a sensitive issue with this these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? But then what happened? I know there's things are busy right now. I mean, with all my sister's case and all. It's true, we've not had a chief prosecutor or anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are letting the criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is the chief of directives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. Not if you? This is important by the trial, but that's a little odd. So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. And that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of the crime scene is unheard of, pal. That is a little suspicious. Let me see if he knows anything about this. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this, huh? Hey, pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me in trouble all the time. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Didn't you work in criminal affairs together? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman, he's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Alright, what about... You must know about this. Hey, that's the King of the Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edward got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why it's awarded as a shield, and why is it broken? Oh, there was a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Oh, the rumor guys. That says no prints on it. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? That would drive the chief prosecutor Sky to do such a thing. Wait, I mean, of course, someone else did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? Alright. So we've already done all of those. Let's see more about Goodman. This ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman. Huh? Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman had been on the police department yesterday. It was an evidence transfer of the case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transfer. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too, but Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but where does the chief prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot? Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah. Crime. Well, started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond. Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there are always whispered rumors. Ever since then he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the Department of Higher-Ups. It's only natural that people will be suspicious. Now, anyway, this is the latest case as it started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this all for us. Okay. Can I go into the department now? Nope, that's not where I want to go. Anything else to examine? I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? Chief Guther sent some designs and I just did the thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered so we can go anywhere. There's no switch, it just dances and dances until the battery dies. Poor Blue Badger's fated to dance until he drops. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who, what's his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from the West LA. For a moment, I wasn't sure there. Look, pal, let me try to make things easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody would look at you twice, pal. Usual wanted poster and bulletins hanging. Do you know this face? If you call dial 911. Yeah, something used to write. I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like these people in these posters. They ever look human. He does have a point. Is that just to say people have really shoddy detective work? Alright. I get it. I just wanted to make sure it was done. Look at the patrolman saluting the other guy. He must be the detective. Then I said, hey, what do you do with that? Your soup will be cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, police drama in action. Some of the thought fails to excite me. I always get excited when I come into the police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie, huh? You know, with all the police and criminals, well, I don't know if that's all exciting. Sure is. Look at those officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. Banner is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I was wondering if they'd be selling fingerprint sets. Oh, I don't think that's kind of that campaign. What family wouldn't want to set up at their home? Good for finding out who stuck it to their cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Mr. Wright, Do you know why the control push is painted black and white? No idea why. I think they're designed after a panda. A panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. Do you mind asking me how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We just had been at the zoo, see? What about zebras, or did they not have those at your zoo? It's a very good point. So where do I go now? I guess, back to the parking lot. Talk to Marshall. Looks like the investigation's still going. I have to get back to stop. Sorry, I'll be stuck at the sunset. I don't know what's going on. I was still here. Hello. What a surprised looks. Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in the criminal affairs too. What happens to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambrina? You looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall, strange guy to put in charge of the crime scene. Alright. Can we talk anymore? There's something I wanted to ask you. Seeing the crime, cold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I'm watching over them as they sleep, dreaming of deserts, harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I want to ask you. Scene of the crime. Oh, he's okay. He's just say the same thing. So he's not going to show me anything until I present him with the bench. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I'll warn you, if it's fan letters, me, it goes right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe we investigate. Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He's on some birthday party or something. Huh? Look where it should be said a letter of introduction. It says letter of invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, to prove this Detective Gumshoe is better than the blood test. Guess I better let you in, then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settlers. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny and have a hootenanny. Can't read. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what are you saying? Say I won't be needing this anymore. Alright, tell me stuff. Officer Marshall, could you tell me some more about the victim? Good men always die, you know. Remember that, partner? Could you be a little bit more specific? Bruce Goodman, he was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 515. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stabbed the chest, fine piecework. But that's a contradiction because it was stabbed at the stomach. Here's the autopsy. This here's autopsy report. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. My sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here to this parking lot. So it seems like calling an unarmed man to shoot out at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They say they shoot you in Texas for that. I was one of them fancy shoes detective till 2 years ago. I'll tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman, then. How could you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambrina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on our hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. You know, but the sad old cow dog can't find his tail. It's because he runs around with Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just you don't realize it yet. Ooh, they kicked Detective Gumshoe out of the investigation. Alright, can I examine now? Because you're gonna let me do this now. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis essentially belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it would belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Let's do it. Let's check it out. I'm not touching it. It's just doing it. This is different. Dude, it looks like it looks like a Nokia. Can I do anything specific? Yeah, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know? Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. They're hard to come by, you know? Jeez. There's gotta be something about it. Something's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button and display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't even know about these things like redial. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Let's check out the phone. What's up? The defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that song. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial button on their phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is it anyway? It was on the ground over here. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. But it's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Because the last call was made right after the murder occurred. It was like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke a few seconds according to this. Who'd she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, yeah, that, Sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of a strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Oh, I incited the wrath of Lone Star Patrolman. So she called Phoenix. Which is interesting. That's such a weird... How did they get that in there? I don't know. That's kind of cool, though. Very Japanese. Appears to be the car when the body was found. It looks like lock on the trunk is busted. The crime scene took place in an underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. It's Edgeworth's car. We already know that. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid an outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Is there anything else? There's the trunk itself, I guess. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Something's written on it. 675 12-2. Oh, 6 to 7S 12 by 2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe a fellow that's pocketing was killed. Well, so what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Use the self-productive reasoning. Go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Well, let me look at the... February 21st. It doesn't say anything. 2/22. So 12/22, sorry. I don't know if this is... See, it could be... See, the date is really wide. I just have to press the button to open it. Do I get a different response this time? Never mind, it's nothing. So I have no reason to investigate. This might just be a new mechanic that they're trying to teach. 6 to 7S 12-2. I guess that's really it. B block. It's through there with the visitors park. I see the lunch lane in the car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. See a cartoon cow munching on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't this strike you a little creepy? Just don't think about it too deeply and you'll be fine, because it's a cow eating itself. You know, it's cannibalism with it's cannibalism. That was really bad, and I don't apologize for it. I'm just letting you know it was really bad. Alright, where do I go? Anything else to talk to you about? Lana Skye, I guess. So there's no connection between the Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's no gold mine of evidence against her. The prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambino. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambino? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Ooh. I apologize, Bambino. Something must have gone into me. Maybe it was a dry wind blowing through the prospector's office. This is about Mr. Edgeworth's been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence, arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever he wanted to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about the Edgeworth to their source, you can find one person, but they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person, who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister Bambina. It's your sister Bambina, Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. What, my sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle a little cattle all by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. So what you're saying is Edgeworth was making deals to win trials. Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, and everybody knows it. That's why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case. They targeted him because he was close with Edgeworth. So how are we gonna? So what we're gonna do now, Mr. Wright? I guess we got some clues. We got an autopsy report, note from the victim in the cell phone. Do you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing is bothering me is Lana's still confessing the crime. She said she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes, I know that song you play on your phone when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai's theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Hi, I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Ooh. Detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh, I very much don't. But, hey. That's it. That's the run. Holy crap, that was an hour? I didn't think that was an hour. Jeez. Well, thank you guys for sticking around and watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure to like button and subscribe to the channel for more. We will continue this run here in just a moment, so stick around and we'll see what happens with this case, because I have no idea. It's got a lot of loose ends, and there's a lot of things that could happen, so I'm interested to see what happens. So thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Make sure to like button, subscribe, check out all the creators in the description down below, and I will catch you in the next one. So until then, my name is Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up. All right, I got a text, an email that come through. And I need to look at. I sent this. Work stuff is work stuff. What about this? I sent it. It's funny, like I've sent it, and people. Oh, I didn't send that to. All right, give me like just a second, guys, and I'm gonna. I have my laptop here. I can just resend stuff out and be done with it. So let me just redo all this stuff that I already done did. Yeah, that's a really annoying thing. It's just having to redo things that you already done did. Oh, I need to like do other stuff too. All right, give me just a couple seconds. I'll be right back. this one. Hi guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, partner. I'm curious. Before we jump into this. Let me get out of this. If I close it and then reopen it. Maybe I can see a little bit better about where we are. Where we are. Jeez. It feels like because we are playing this one, right? Nope, we're in the right. We're still in the right game. So I guess it's just weird. I have no idea. But we're gonna go again. What's good, Key Nation? It's your boy KS here. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are in the final episode, the final storyline, which is the 5th one, which is bonus. Here we're in the courtroom for the investigation of history, Mr. Wright. Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas, or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes, a defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her, and that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. First try without Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I'll have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do this, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. I mean, I guess you got somebody, so it's not like you're by yourself. Court announces for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. Edgy boy. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since this trial. The personal feelings were not part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I would choose a path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. Judgment to be made here is in our hands, not of anyone else. Very well, Mr. With your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only is this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing everything. Ever she would pay now for the rashness of her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness. Miss Angel Starr to the stand. Cough up, Queen. I haven't seen you somewhere. You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. Judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have the Fiesta Bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's too early for lunch. Name and profession, please. Health, Your Honor. How's it taste? This is where everyone raves about caviar. So tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like a pickled tapioca. Like this pickled tapioca tastes like. Name, profession, now. Me, the name's Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Describe your incident to us. The prosecution will wait. It's not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has considered the court, I am a professional. What does that mean exactly? Till 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah, I know you are. You are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. A long time no see. Very well. We continue with the description, Miss Star. You might have the court's attention over here. Oh. Parking lot is the prosecutor's office, divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. The B block is for clients and visitors. The chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose it's to keep the visitors from taking up the prosecutor's spaces, yes? The crime took place by the car in the back of the A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Fortunately for her, there was a witness and the arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended Chief Prosecutor. Seemed rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright? I can't agree on the principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. I shall proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining. If you can, then give them the worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? I thought they are you talking about me? Are you talking about me? What do you got? Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. When I sensed something, perhaps it was fine-honed detective intuitions at work. It does look like she stabbed him. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish knife. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Okay, thank you. Bring your lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So how does it feel to be utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. 'Tis merely a flesh wound! What are we, the Black Knight from Monty Python? Is it Black Knight or is it Green Knight? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright. I'm gonna press the crap out of you. Take that! How did you know? I suspect the prosecutors base their abhorrence to the crime, yet their methods are twisted and ugly. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Or that they're used to erasing inconvenient evidence with the killing of a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Star, do you have something personal against the prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Star. Alright. Hold it. This boyfriend, he's the detective. Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Here to join. Yet another boyfriend, this position is still open for applicants. Let's do with the lunches, thanks. Good stuff, the judge has to think before replying. Really? I mean, she is cute, so I get it. Security guard room is in the lot in A block, right? Yeah. It's up on the second level. You can see everything from there. That would be the room with security on the side. So, like, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in a B block. So she was in B block when the witness of crime. How'd she get to A block? Hold it. You sensed something? You're saying you had a premonition of the murder? Felt like, how would you say? Oh yes, it was like the feeling that you would get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of the detective's intuition, wasn't the victim of Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like the young cheese. Young cheese? Pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets at Greenhorn. Must be hard, yellow, and sharp as a tack. It's from the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there's a lot I feel like stirring in the back of my mind. This makes no sense. I saw through the wire fence. Okay. By the garish car, you mean? Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth. Instantly, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Still, we can't. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to go with the consequences, I didn't read what you said. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I read the tagline somewhere else. You could cry for plagiarism. I may be relegated to a lovely post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. A photograph. Who took this? The moment I witnessed a crime, my reflexes took over, and I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck. Guess I'm only seeing this photograph now. Think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. Yes, it is. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Skye. So what is the defendant doing at the time? Chief Prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Hey, go back. Hold it. Hold it. Tell me more about this knife, because the suspect was carrying. I say, the blade was about 4 inches long. That's right, Mr. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It's your knife, after all. Yes, it's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well-versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiled egg from my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps the chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. But the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Hold on. Tell the court why you didn't stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point. Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was too late. Too late. Yes, the next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I see. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. You said that before. Anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? My sister's guilty? Just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit further, shall we? Don't smile like that. Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. Alright. We already did all this. Alright, so there's gotta be something in here that tells me something. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth's cut himself peeling an apple. What is Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Is there anything else about the blade? Like, does it come off? Okay, I think we've figured out the blade. Stated the day of the crime. 3 minutes after Edgeworth. Only if he had held up a couple extra lip lights. Oh. That just goes to show you, you never know what will happen if you run a yellow light. There's nothing on the back. The back is blank. That is the most... non-parking thing I've ever seen. A 4.5-inch knife. I mean, I could go semantics. I don't think that's comparable. Because it wouldn't have an S on it. No. Well, if... I mean, there's the parking lot. The security room couldn't have seen it because the car was behind that wall. Yeah, the car is clearly behind a wall. Where is the knife in this picture? Also, why is her arm not through her jacket? That's not her coat. she's wearing. So what happened to that coat? I'm curious. Alright. Let's see if I can find something. Holding a knife in her right hand. Oh, that's fine. Let's just check that photo. There is no knife in her right hand. No. Okay. Alright, we already know this stuff. Alright. She thrusted the pointy tip into the good man's chest. Alright. Is that it? Oh, that's all her testimony. Well, I sense something, perhaps I'm fine. I need something. I need some way out of this. The only thing I can think of is the parking lot, is this picture. She's not holding a knife in her right hand, so let's try it. The other thing is she says the knife is 4 inches long. I don't know if the exactness of that is part of it. Alright, so let's press that. This is tough. Like, there is really not a... There's really not a... That has to be it. Like, there's nothing there. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with a knife. So I've already said yes. Swear on my finest sandwich for lunch. That's fine lunch. But isn't it odd? Look at this photograph. Look at his vote. I gotta stop making that Nickelback reference every time they say, look. He says, look at this photograph, because it happens too often. The very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. It was still stronger than your feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. Shut up. And how can you tell that? Blood spatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains of the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's black and white photograph. Oh, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take the kind of abuse? Got a better idea? Objection. Fine. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. It seems that I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch order, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but a good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold calculating like a robot. He killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It was not premeditated. She would be wearing those. She would not be wearing those gloves. That goes for saying I'm wearing gloves for the rest of my life. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna be wearing gloves the whole rest of my life. Just because they can't be like, well, it was premeditated. But then everyone go, well, he wears gloves. He just naturally wears gloves, all the, like the blue surgical latex gloves all the time. Because you never know when you're gonna have to examine somebody. I'm gonna put that away. Premeditated murder, serious offense. Add this to your testimony. All right. Well, we got her to revise. All right. Why? What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Ooh. Shut up, Edgeworth. I knew it was gonna happen. That's why I didn't want to press A. I knew he was gonna object. The gloves were omitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. Why have I not seen them? They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do the murder. So it came to do the murder. The murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. I'm sorry for the took you off the force, Star. It's bad she's got the thinking it was all planned. How was it not premeditated? Don't worry. The flesh wound thing isn't helpful. So how is it not premeditated? Is there something special on it? Alright. Letter silly. Yabba dab bab. Alright. That's cool and all, but what's on the back? Nothing? Alright, well that's... I mean, there should be nothing on this. Besides my badge number. Oh, that safety pin. The badge has a number carved into it. That's the way you can tell which turn you belong to. Two, three... I mean, it's 5 numbers. It's 5 digits. Why is this broken? That's a really cool picture, though. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of the previous recipients were named on them. One of the guys listed a much on Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner. Oh yeah, that's probably it. Everybody's from him. Must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Von Karma sometime. No, you don't. No, you really don't want to meet Von Karma because he sucks. Alright, we are like... We are trying real hard to find something. I don't have any investigative purpose on that. 36 male. It's a 4.5 inch. Time of death is very... So what does this have to do? This has to be something. 6 to 7S. 12-2. Now, the issue with this is if this is a British game, that 12-2 means it was February 12th. Otherwise, it means it was December 2nd. Which I think it has to be the British thing. Unfortunately. Can I redial it right now? Gonna say. So how do I know it's not premeditated? I don't know. It does have A. Why is she wearing the coat? The gloves are there. It does look like Edgeworth's car. So I have to throw out something. Alright, we got all this. The rubber gloves. Alright, you can stop, like, anime punching me. The murder was planned. How do we know this? What do you tell me? What if she was just in Hacker? So this is all useless. Okay. There's got to be something here. There's got to be something here. How is it premeditated? How is it not premeditated? That's a better question. I don't know. Everything lines up, right? No, that's... Yeah. I don't see what I'm supposed to do here. Alright, let's read it again. From the top. A day like this would... How does she know the day like this would come? Do I have something that says that? No. I don't have anything that's gonna say that. There's a handprint on the face. Okay. So on my way to deliver lunchbox to my boyfriend. Let's see, let's read this press again. Okay. A lot of this is useless. The security guard room is the lot in Block A. You were on your way. Yeah, she was in Block B. Hold on, this could be the thing. The only way she could have seen it if she was with... I mean, it's a very dicey objection, but... Like, I was gonna say maybe she couldn't see it from her angle. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief. Murder was planned. How do I prove against this? I don't see how to get out of this. Yeah, I'm trying to think of accusations, but I'm really just throwing stuff up. And I have to do something here. Let me present... No, not that. I'm gonna probably lose here, but... Let me... No, I don't... Can I go... I can't present people. I can only present evidence. I really have no idea what to do here. I really don't know how to do here. I don't know what to do here. Like, I gotta have something. I have nothing, so I'm looking it up. Oh. Well, this is the second day. I need to go back one to the trial. Day 2 trial 4. Oh. There's a second trial part. Okay. Press Angel the first and second statements. The crime photo. Present the crime on the 5th or 6th statement. Alright. Objection. Alright. Present Edgeworth's knife on that statement. Oh. That's a stupid oversight on my part. Yeah, of course. Present the knife. Jeez. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it was mine. That's not his voice. But... the bloody murder weapon? Defendant, the chief prosecutor, the inspector, right? Mommy, you're the prosecutors. Jeez, someone just called her mommy. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Ricky? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. The knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder weapon, you don't forget the weapon. Ooh. I've been just really stupid. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's good as free. Shut up, Edgeworth. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is the humble pie. What? Hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such trifling detail. But this shoots the whole premeditated in the foot. Prosecution could care less if it's premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care that lunch they do over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered the detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Forget, Mr. Prosecutor, I suppose you think you're clever now. You know well as I did she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been... I'd even like to hear your testimony again. Please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Alright, where do I press now? This guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing could drive the human machine to plunge a knife in and again and again. So there's the conclusion. Alright. Sounds like a lot of premeditation, doesn't it? So if I order that pizza, does that mean I'm planning on killing the delivery boy? Okay, so the defense may cross-examine the witness. I know exactly what I'm pressing first. The stab wounds is not multiple, it's only one. Alright. Hold on. That's the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. You said she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. The moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy reports state that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. So you were a good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, he's my hero, really. What about my objection? Well, witness... That looks like blood on the fork. The crime scene said, right? Oh, thanks. Obviously that no one could ever make a mistake ketchup for blood. Now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying we mistook something for blood? She lifted her knife. I thought I saw blood at the end. For breast? Is that what she said? Nope, I can't go back and read it. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you thought you saw. You would testify. I can't read. Red muffler looked like blood to me. Her red muffler. Alright, we get it. So I have one thing. Oh. You said that, but you haven't told us how. That's what I'm about to tell you, Ricky. What she said is mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again. Oh, shut up. Alright, none of these matter, none of these matter. You have no proof that Miss Sky called him there. There's no record of a call made in the defendant Miss Lana Sky's cell phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office where he was murdered. Yes. Why do you think it was the suspect who summoned the victim there that day? A grudge against him. What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Ricky. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree that the lunchbox is here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree? I guess that's why my lunch was so salty. This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us what your basis for this thinking is? It's simple. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how... Yeah, that's not... Her red muffler? It's like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck, so she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. That's brutal. And she does wear one. She's right. Sky was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. Judge with a bib. That's why this place feels like kindergarten. Oh, jeez. Actually, I think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? There's turned out to be short-tempered. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not sure. But it has to be right here. It is the victim's blood. I mean, I want to throw this out here. That's going to be the only thing, right? Starr, I demand an explanation. Shut up. Miss Clearly is not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing the scarf or the muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. You've proved it yourself with this photograph. That's true. But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could dread so be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, we're good. And Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What might... Yeah, jeez. But it was there, the scarf... No, not really, something red, really. Well, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to our business. What? Very well, the witness continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. Alright. So here's the later trial. Okay. After the murder, the suspect was attempted to run behind a partition up to her side. Quickly caught her and explained her rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused earlier in testimony. She prosecuted me to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. What about the muffler? Yeah. I strike at a snake and bite it like a cobra. That's me, an Angel Starr. It wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Notice that Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Everybody's weak against poisonous snake bites. What are you talking about? That's just everybody. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over the oil drum. An oil drum? Yeah, that thing is heavy. She's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. Leopard woman. Wow. That's right, for cross-examination. None of this makes sense, honestly. Alright, well, hey, hold on. So where is this partition on the floor plans? Yeah. That's right. There was a wall about 6 feet high. She's obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. What did you do then? We quickly caught her, explained her rights, and arrested her on the spot. No. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from him the whole time. Let's press. I like to see this on the floor plan just to be safe. Lunch lady's car was here. So you witnessed the murder from him. That would make it about 30 feet from the car. About 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Star? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. Went over it, of course. Amazing. Call for lunch lady had lead indeed. Wouldn't have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, the fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Why would she tell you that? She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? I remember exactly. She would have told you in... I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, I heard you say the word muffler. She just said one word, so... You heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By the phone, you mean... the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see? Or it doesn't seem to start. Chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. And that's near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order. She used her cell phone. The emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? That's... I should, of course, add this to your testimony. Alright. You can restate your testimony for the court. I was going to ask the same thing. Only said this one time. This is the coast, rookies. She prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. Meanwhile, she was able to make it across the fence. During the time, I would climb over the chain link fence. That's when I boldly grabbed her arm. Chief prosecutor hung up the phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Alright. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on the pate foie gras. She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum? There's an oil drum lying on the side of the scene of the crime. But it's strange. What's that? If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way? The parking lot entrance. That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. We're just gonna solve a few before finding more of them. The Sky tried to run. I'm sorry, sister. My sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Sorry as I am, but she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Alright. Quickly caught her. Explain her right to restaurant on the spot. Saw how she tried to use the phone. So we've already pressed that. But there's no, I don't know anything about muffler sizes. So we already did this, right? I'm gonna lose points here. And I'm gonna be gone. Yep. Alright, well, we have to come back and play this all again, so I'll be back. I just didn't see how that worked out. Yeah, game over. Shut up. Alright, so what do we know? Well, we know how to get to that point, but what do we show her at that point that will allow us to get through? I don't know. So we have all of this. I don't know what the truth is. Okay. So there's a lot of things that could be. Okay. Well, let's think about it. How do we get out of this? All right, this is just a long. So I gotta also remember how to get through all of these things. So it was pressing. I know we did the time, not the time. We did the knife. Or we did the picture with the muffler. So no. I'm thinking muffler means like the muffler on the car, not the scarf. Right? I've never heard a scarf called a muffler in my life. So how does she get over the fence? I don't think the time matches up. I mean, if she used the phone, sure, but I mean, I guess she could have made it over there because it takes time to dial. All right, well, let's find the answer here. All right, so the testimony I can't do anything about, so we're just gonna get through it. All right, what do I have to do? Do I have to press? How do we determine? Do we have the picture? We don't. We don't have the picture yet. So I have to be able to get that picture. Alright. So I have to be able to get that picture. I think I got it through pressing. Like somehow I got it through pressing. Because she offers the picture. So I don't know how we got that picture out. So he was on the second level. How do you know that works? I don't get it. You send something. No one makes sense of that. So there's that information. The garish car, maybe that's what got it. There's the knife. It's Edgeworth's knife. 30 feet away. Alright, there we go. Okay, we got something. Alright, there's the picture. Sweet. We'll look at this photograph moment, and then now we can use the photograph to get out of here. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's... Ah, no, I pressed the wrong button. It's 4 inches long. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I was like, the knife semantics don't matter. Alright, can I... Alright, she was not holding the knife in the photo. That's the press we do. How do I get out of that? Alright, so then we have to say about the muffler. How can you tell that? The blood spatter, so we get the blood spatter. So we did something with the knife. Yeah. So that we get out of the testimony here. The It's premeditated, so now we have to defend the premeditated. This is where we use the knife, because it can't be premeditated if the knife was not part of it. Right? Alright. You can't plan a murder without planning the murder weapon. That's for sure. Dude, I mean... Alright. We got it. Titus turn, pre-meta theories, that's fine. We're able to get rid of that. The good part is now we have all our pings back, so I can test around some stuff too. To figure out what happened. Wait, why was Saw red? Is this where we're at? Oh, she intended to murder. Yeah. What was the? So we have to, I think we have to press a bit more around it, right? So we got through this, right? How so? I don't have proof, and I don't have proof against it, right? Alright. Alright. We gotta press a bit. We don't have proof. The record doesn't say that. What's the grudge? Yeah, that's the point. So this is something. We got through this. But how do we prove her capturing? This is where we present the autopsy with one stabbing. And then she talks about the muffler, which is where we would talk about, show the picture again. Because clearly she's not wearing it. Let's show the photo again. She's not wearing the muffler in the photo. Dude, Edgeworth is like the worst prosecuting attorney ever. He's just like all this really bad stuff. Alright. So I think we were at this point. Yes, we were at it, right? So how did she get there? We have to get all the information, including we have to get all the information. Alright, so the partition. The wall is about 16 feet high. 6 feet high, sorry. You caught her, arrested her on the spot. No, I want to go back. We need to get that information. We need to get that. That's the information we had. Yep, get more details. Then we get the scene that plays out where it shows the witness climbing the fence. Why did she climb the fence? Is there any sign on the fence that she climbed it? Doesn't look like it. Hold on, back. Off to her right. Alright. That was fine. 6 feet high. Alright. We did that thing. Attempted to run. So, oh, is this? It just keeps saying the same things. I caught her, explained her race. The rest of it, she mentioned the muffler. Alright, that's good. She's talking on her phones, the word muffler gets added to the phone. So the phone on the wall doesn't work. We got to that point. I saw it all. Alright. So she's showing us how it worked again. She went around. Wait. I figured it out, I think. So this is the replay of her showing them the sequence that happened. So she just ran around the wall. She picked up the phone and it was out of order. She pulled out her cell phone. But if you look at the position, you climbed over the fence. How you can't see her? I mean, the fence is what? The fence is 9 feet. I mean, even at that, like, there's no way you could see over that partition, right? Right? And you saw her doing this. That was the key. And you saw her doing it. So she can't have seen her doing it, right? That's what we're gonna go with. Yeah, she can't have seen her doing it. Yep, sweet. I got it. We're back in this, boys. Mr. I have concluded you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Skye. When this is a former detective, her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Skye making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If you indeed were in Block B, you couldn't have seen it. Alright, we found it out. We figured it out. Sometimes you have to go back through the evidence one more time and you get it. Like, that's just what it is. Or what is the meaning of this? Simply, Your Honor, she's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Oh, that's a bar, dude. Somebody sign him a record deal. Quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. It's exactly what the witness told the court. Here's the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. Miss Skye tried to use the emergency phone, but the phone was out of order. What's significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. But say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. She was in the, like, security booth, right? Because the security booth would be able to see over that partition, right? But how do you get the photo that way, then? I'm interested. Because, let's look at the photo again. How do you get that photo? How do you get that photo from the security booth? Did she say this was truthful? I don't remember. I don't know how you get that photo. That's, now I'm confused. Pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Mr. Question out of a cliffness. Wordsman, Mr. Wright. Where was the witness when she saw the crime? All testimony we've heard points to One Direction. She was with One Direction. She has to be in the security room, right? She can't have been. Well, it's on the second floor. Maybe there's no glass. Maybe there's like a staircase here. I don't know, but it has to be. It has to be in the security room. There's no other place for her to be. This is the only place where she could have been. Security guard room. The security guard room underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, as you can see the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Well, why are there so many other places where she could have seen the phone? Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in the A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime in the back of the partition is here. Remember, you said in your testimony, you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure that justice prevails. The guilty. She's talking about Miss Skye. Mr. Wright, this doesn't strike you as odd. Why did Miss Starr lie? Does it make sense? Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. That is very true. Wouldn't change anything. Exactly. As photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. No, because how is that photo relevant? It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? The witness is found to be lying. They're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what the reason was, Mr. Wright. Uh-huh. Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Alright, Miss Starr witnessed the crime at the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must have been a vital... Must make a vital difference. What would have changed? The angle to view the crime. It also would change the distance to the crime. I think it's this one. Why the angle at which she saw the crime occur would change. The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a 3D view of the crime. And this is important. Why? Really? That's not it! Okay, it's the distance, then. No, it changes the angle because the picture doesn't make sense. Alright, I don't get it. But it has to be this. Changes the distance between her and the crime scene. That's it, because he objected. My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plan is quite clear. Distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. Because it's a different... What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime in the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye? Well, you... Yes. You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing PB&J lunch to with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. That's true. Okay, so there are stairs. Before I knew what I was doing, I was running towards the scene of the crime, but the door was locked. I couldn't open it. There's no way that works. So I had to go through the visitors parking in B block. It's quite a detour. There's no way you got there in time. Probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? Yeah, exactly. It can't be right. It changes things considerably. But it was the woman over there, the defendant's chair, who stabbed him. I know, I have photographic evidence. You have photographic evidence of nothing. You have a point. This work is a wonderful invention. Would you like to... That actually looks really good. Absolutely. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I have to raise an objection. 5 minutes between the witnessing the murder and the rest. Think about it. You could make pasta in the amount of time if you like it al dente. That's a really bad comparison. Okay. If my lunchbox is in the Thai pasta, no, it's too, rookie. 5 minutes blank. A 5-minute blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get this wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. This guy dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah! I'm right. I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm right. It's Phoenix Wright. That's why they call him Phoenix Wright. Well, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness's grudge against the defendant and the blank in her memory. Mr. Edgeworth is ready. The next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, we have overestimated the witness on the count of her professional history. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the coffin of Queen has been dethroned. With that, court is adjourned. Objection. Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. We're not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. Oh, jeez. My apologies, but I have no further questions to ask you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your Tempo lunchbox? Ooh, a triple decker. Out of the difference of the witness determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the lunch lady Mondo says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to do? Pull out of her lunchbox this time? Hopefully something that's valuable. Alright. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Blood found on the shoe? Try lunch tonight for all your lunch. The scientific evidence needs. What is the meaning of this? Why is the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had the blood test performed. Did I mention? I have 3 boyfriends from forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, evidence should be known without approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by the member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some more evidence law, really. Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, appears this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another account against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty is properly judged. Alright. It's the left shoe? I can't really tell. Very well. Cross-examine again. Dude, does this case ever end? Dude, this game is long. Should have mentioned those 5 minutes I was in the crime scene. Let's press. Why'd you lie about those 5 minutes? Guess you could say I was just wanting people to look at the results. The results. How many times do I have to say this? Oh, Chief Black, I'm not blaming something. I want you to just tell the truth. Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy and vile allowed. Most prosecutors, falsified evidence, arranged testimony, erasing people, manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. That's when the suspects think she did it. Alright. Let's get this over with. Yeah, please. And you found the shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. It's like an ill-trained pooch who snuck off with a shoe. I was afraid somebody would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. The shoe was my secret weapon if I should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? Here's more than lunchboxes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, jeez. In case you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. 2 types of blood were found on this shield. Let me look at that autopsy. Or check it. Anyway. 1 stepped in. Ah, there's blood on it too. It's a soulless shoe. Gotta be the victim. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, this blood is horrible. This blood might be an important clue. It might be. You are very right. This blood, it's my sister's, right? It appears so. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. But why would she have cut herself? That's the question. Also, that's not her shoe. Because if this isn't black and white, her shoe would be black. Not white, even though they looked exactly the same. She's the one who did it, isn't she? The 5-minute lapse allowed her to find it, get that picture. I think I figured it out. So you brought this to the forensics department? If you're going to submit something as evidence, of course you need it proved to that evidence must be analyzed by forensics and expert. Yeah, cool, because she used to be a detective. She doesn't appear to have any bloodstains on it. Well, that man was stabbed after all. That blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. They said there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other type matched the defendant, Miss Llama Sky. You can't say for sure that the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. Want to know something about blood results, Rookie? Huh? Speak up. Oh, I found something. Well, blood comes in 4 types: A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. Phoenix, that's just a figure of speech, right? Actually, we can't differentiate between a million types of... with all the blood tests out there. Which means we can more or less narrow down any sample of blood, just one person. So I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten the DNA test results. They said there's very little doubt it could be anyone but Miss Llama Sky. So she was found on the victim's shoe. Ties directly to the death of Detective Goodman. Yeah, it's Freddy's going to say that. Flawless decisive evidence. I don't think it's flawless decisive evidence. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's in enough hot water to make a whole soup. It's critical. There's a problem with the victim's shoe. There is a problem. One critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. Because she had to... there's no way you could get the victim's blood on the bottom part of the shoe if... So, few things. One, we already talked about the shoe color. It's white. She had black shoes. 2, the victim's blood could not be on the bottom if she stabbed him because it would drip onto the top. Therefore, it had to be someone else. Like, I feel like when she grabbed her hand and like crushed her hand, like she's blackmailing. So when she crushed her hand, that caused the blood to happen on her shoe. Which is why the blood's on top. Her blood's on top. Cleaning your eye. You're still young, Rookie. I'll give you a peppered fish gut now. But you shouldn't take the heat. See what Mr. Wright has to say. What contradiction the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with the evidence. I think it's this. I wonder if you notice. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, Rookie. There will be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Yeah, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense the victims were stabbed with a knife. It's possibly contradictory about the blood on the shoe. Nope. Nope, that's it, yep. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Know that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't that strange? Why weren't there any bloody footprints around the scene of the crime? As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That's not even close to what I was thinking, but I guess it works. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows parts of the floor. There could have been bloody footprints. And where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and nothing of the sort was there. That's true. Order. Well, witness. What, huh? We're going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprint it's a contradiction. But then we have to ask, why wasn't there a footprint? Oh. It's true, there has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint. Think of it, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why that's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Oh, jeez, Edgeworth. I see. No, I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. It's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony. What are you talking about? You think back to what she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over an oil drum. She's beautiful but deadly, a predator, this one. A leopard woman, rare. I thought it was a strange thing for a normally cool-headed chief to do. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, Not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth, though apparently you're slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? Ah, you mean... Suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Yeah. That's a good point.
That tie seems quite up nicely. The blood stains left on the victim's shoe tire quite withered in this murder. And after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum and erased the telltale signs.
But that's where the prosecutor specially erasing evidence.
That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But...
Enough. There's no need of further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Ms. Lana Sky.
Hold it. Now what? Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that Angel Star was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox called evidence.
Witness, don't tell me you have something else.
Time for deliberations is past. Any further comments will be held, and you will be held in contempt of court.
Threats don't scare me. Don't scare the cough up, queen. Look at this. Oh, another thing? That's his shoe. A photograph? Hey, just in case anyone had the gall to suggest the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I was gonna say that, so.
I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright.
Wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, that's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help it after all. It's not your fault. I knew we couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. It's fishy. It's very fishy. Sorry, Mia. Right, wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself off all the asphalt and take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Yep. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection. Thank you.
Your Honor, wait. What's with you people? Can I hand down my verdict in peace anymore, or whatever it is? Can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. Nah, I didn't make it. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So great.
Are you saying there is a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I think later. there's a problem. Right or wrong, I have to go ahead with this.
I suppose since we've come this far, we should give it every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright.
Show the court what is the wrong part of this.
The muffler.
It's the muffler. That's where the muffler's important. The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? Is this something poking out of the car's muffler?
See, I knew it was a muffler on a car.
Which is a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler. I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf or any kind in this photograph.
The muffler is also a part of a car or a motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as the part of the exhaust pipe system in a pipe.
Really? Alright, well, I will be back. Unfortunately, someone is here, so give me a moment. Now I can say, hey, just love life, and man, it's really frustrating. All right. Sorry, episode. I really apologize for the episode. I'll get back into that here in a second. Sorry to you guys watching the episode. There's a lot of things that happen, I guess, in this one. So let's suspicious about the cloth sticking out of the muffler. So what was there? There's something sticking out of the muffler. What's it have to do with this case? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Objection. She said something about the muffler. That's what she's talking about. Sorry, Miss Starr, but this is not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth and the muffler is related to the case.
It's the phone. She called it. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That was what she had me confused with my earlier testimony. Muffler, Could it be that muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means the piece of cloth is vital evidence. Ooh, got her.
Well, it seems we have to suspend this proceedings.
Suspend?
I find myself wondering about the piece of cloth. If we leave any questions unanswered here, we will do disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once. Bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so. Gee, that was close, but at least we made it for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
Is he still hungry? Jeez. Nobody told me that I was the prosecutor. I was the judge. So, yeah, we were right there too. That's the really annoying part about all these interruptions. We were right at the end. All right, well, for editing, this won't be an hour and a half video. Probably like 40 minutes. So we'll cut that down a bit. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's been pretty good and fun for me. So I've been having a good time. We have to think about what we're going to be doing in the next one. So I'll see about that here in a moment. But thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Make sure to like button, subscribe to the channel for more. My link's in the description down below. This is live stream on Twitch. Please go check out the live stream if you're so inclined, because it'd be great for us to have you join us there for what we're doing here. So appreciate that. And the rest of the creators are also down there. BB and timestamps for your comment section for the best bits from the series, and we will continue on in the next one. So until then, my name is Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up. This is gonna have to be. I don't know if this is gonna have to be it, because we have been streaming for 2.5 hours, and I do have a meeting tonight. I can see what time that meeting is, because I have to make dinner at some point. The meeting is at 7. Yeah, it's at 7. I'm probably gonna need at least an hour to make what I'm making. The other thing is we're like at a point where, so we're not gonna go to another trial, that's for sure. But we have another second to do maybe something else. Like, I don't know what that something else is gonna be. But we definitely could do something else for the time being. So what else do I do? I don't know. I do want to say, for you guys who are, I didn't stop recording. For you guys who are part of the channel, we are looking to do a master mode at some point. So please feel free to get your encounters. Please feel free to go to the master mode and go to the Discord server. I'll put a link to it right now. Go to the Discord server, and there is a feedback section. You can let me know like challenges you want to see for these kind of events. It'd be great to have that information. So please let me know. That'd be great. Otherwise, I don't. What are we gonna do for really half an hour? I mean, I guess I could go for an hour, but I can't continue on. Maybe we could do like, we could do around Apex. I guess. Or I could just end. I think it's better just for me to end. I'd like to keep going, but again, I'm pressed tonight, unfortunately. I would have definitely finished this if I had the time, but tonight just happens to be a meeting, and it's not a meeting that happens every single time, but it is something that is happening tonight, so that's unfortunate. I do want to talk to you about next week as well, while I have a minute, so before we get off of here. Next week, Thursday and Friday at least, probably, I think I'll be back by Saturday, but I'm going to be away Thursday and Friday, so I will probably not be streaming until Saturday. So probably what I'll do is those Thursday and Friday streams will be Saturday and Sunday instead. So I will do that for you guys next week. Doesn't affect this week at all, but next week that'll be the case. We also have to look at potentially the next round of Team Yell Shiny Race tournament, because there is a losers bracket, so we will be participating in that. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, so I won't be sure if this will be still these streams or this will be something else, but I will be probably prioritizing Phoenix Wright over the playthrough of Fire Emblem, so just know that going forward. We might have another series coming out soon that I might have to transition to because of Invisible Corporation stuff with MNs and things, so I'm not sure about any of that stuff either. But we'll take it all in stride, and we'll see what happens with that. So thank you for everyone being here. Sorry we have no music. Let's see who is... Ooh, we got a race going on right now. Let's go say hi to a new friend, a new team member. So this is Emily. Is it Emily Lava Burst? I know the username is Lava Burst on Twitch, but I think her name's Emily. I'm not 100% sure. But you can go check out Lava Burst. That's where we're gonna go. I am going to definitely recommend going over there. I actually don't know much about her at all. Because I've not really hung out. They became a new team member in the middle of my move and those kinds of things. And they're doing a race with cheesecake. So we love cheesecake around here. Both the food and the person. So they're doing a race together for their next slot in the bracket. So if you're interested, please go check that out. I will recommend both of them because it looks like they're having a good fun time. And I'm excited to see what this is going to be. So let's go hang out with Lava Burst. She might go by Emily. I think it's Emily. I think it's Emily. Don't hold me to that, but I think it's Emily. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. I hope you have enjoyed everything on the channel. We have the socials for you to follow on the bottom. Well, let me just post them again. We have the socials for you to follow. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Discord, Twitch. I'm going to work on getting the TikToks back up. I know I haven't been doing it for a while. I'm sorry about that. But we will definitely be getting back to those at some point. I just need a little bit more time to do it. So for now, go enjoy Lava Burst and enjoy her stream and enjoy the Shiny Hunting. They're doing Masuda and Scarlet and Violet, so please enjoy that. Check out all the socials for more. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'm going to try to be like 1 or 2. I know I had 3 to 6, but like 1 or 2 is going to be where I'm going to be shooting for with these streams because I'm changing work schedules and everything's weird right now. So sorry that everything's weird, but I'm figuring it out. We'll have more consistent schedule and maybe some other stuff showing up here in a little bit. But for now, we're kind of at the whims of the world around me to figure out what we're doing. So go enjoy their hunts. I will see you guys soon. Follow those links and follow here so that way you don't miss any more content. I'll see you next time. So until then, my name is Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe. And as always, burn it up.